Welcome back to the class on human resource management. We were talking about international HRM, and in this lecture I will introduce you to a few aspects of international human resource management, specifically global employment law, industrial relations and international ethics. We have talked about employment law in the context of India, we have talked about industrial relations in general, and we have talked about ethics and the law in general. Now we will talk about the application of these concepts to the global environment from the perspective of the human resource manager. Sources: the book by Briscoe, Schuler and Klaus, and the book by Gomez, Mejia, Balkin and Cardy. Let us get on with it. Okay. The institutional context of international business includes international organizations. So, when we talk about where these organizations are situated, we talk about organizations that govern the workings of these organizations: the United Nations, International Labour Organization, OECD, World Bank and Indian Monetary Fund. International Monetary Fund, I am sorry, international trade organizations and agreements. So, we have the World Trade Organization, we have NAFTA, we have Mercosur, we have the Andean Community, ASEAN, APEC, European Union, etc. And we have commercial diplomacy. So, various ways in which the functioning of organizations that are situated internationally is monitored. Okay. Various organizations that help us stay within the confines of international law. Okay. The institutional context, again commercial diplomacy. When we talk about commercial diplomacy, we are talking about trade negotiations, we are talking about impact of policy decision making on nationals of different countries, we are talking about government regulations within the host country, within the foreign country that people are migrating from, within the parent country where the organization is operating, which stage of operation the organization is at, etc. We have legislations, we have standards. What happens if an employee does something illegal, which country rules, the law of which country will govern the actions of this individual, etc. We have standards. When we produce a product or a service, which standards do we adhere to? Who will decide what standards we adhere to? Who will decide how these standards are decided, and who will implement these standards? So, how much of priority do we give to various standards at the conceptualization, production and after sales service stages? Industrial subsidies, where we get what kind of subsidies, how does the government help us do various things, where are these regulations, what do we need to do in order to make sure that we remain within the confines of the law, and how can we take the maximum benefit from the socio-economic and socio-political environment and the geographical environment that we operate in. Corporate conduct is another issue in commercial diplomacy. Okay. Equivalent employment standards as stated by various international organizations are, these are some of the issues that we struggle with when we operate in more than one country. Freedom of association. How is unionization, how is collective bargaining, how is organized labor treated in different countries? That is a big issue. That is something that the human resource managers have to find out and deal with and communicate to the rest of their organization. Equal employment opportunity and non-discrimination. We need to find out the laws governing equal employment opportunity in every country that we function in. We have to ensure that we don't inadvertently end up discriminating against the different types of people within a country that we are operating in that we may not be familiar with. So, the onus lies, the responsibility lies with the human resource manager to find out these things and work accordingly. Prohibitions against child labor and forced labor, prison or slave labor. So, you know, I mean, what does the country, how does the country define child labor? What measures does the country take against people who engage child labor? So, all of these things need to be found out. I don't know if I gave you the example, I may have given you this example of rug mark. IKEA was found, you know, IKEA had outsourced its operations, and it was found that one of the vendors or some of the vendors to IKEA were getting the carpets made by children, and or were getting their carpets from cottage industries where children were employed. So, as soon as IKEA came to know about this, they took corrective action and they came up with this whole concept of rug mark, which means that rug mark ensures that the, or it is a seal, it is a stamp that ensures that the carpet has not been made by children. Basic principles concerning occupational safety and health. So, that is another one. We need to find out where, which country says what about occupational safety and health. The more populated areas, the more populated countries, the more populated regions will have or should have much more stringent regulations for, say, environmental health. They should be, you know, we should be able to provide much more, we should be spending much more on protective gear in that region. The kind of work we do will also govern how we, what kind of protective gear we give to our people. Then the topography of a region, for example, you're functioning in a very warm climate, so you send people from you know, so the kinds of provisions you would make for such people in this kind of a climate would be very different from the kind of provisions you would make for people in, say, very cold climates, and all that will and the kind of industry, mining industry would be different, textile industry where fibers are floating around that can very likely damage your respiratory system, would be floating around someplace where there is lots of smoke, lots of heat, shards of metal flying around, maybe glass flying around. So, how do you take care of the safety of your employees? Consultation with workers groups prior to carrying out substantial changes such as workforce reductions and plant closures. Again, this becomes a big challenge when we are dealing with multi-country or multinational enterprises. Grievance or dispute resolution procedures. Yes, we all say that you must go to your supervisor. If the supervisor doesn't agree, then you give something in writing. If that doesn't work, then you go to a union, etc. But it's very important to find out what the law tells you to do, and this could be different in different countries. So, that is, and again the culture could also govern what you do in case you have a grievance. Use of monitors, internal or external, to audit employment practices. How do you audit your employment practices? How do you audit your procedures? What do you do? Who takes care of these things is another challenge that the HR professionals operating in different countries have to deal with. Understanding international labor standards and regulations is very important for international human resource managers, especially in multinational enterprises. We must conduct an analysis of the labor and employment laws and practices in each of the countries within which the multinational enterprise operates. I just told you this. Determining the extent to which extraterritorial laws apply, especially for countries that have enacted such laws. So, we have, you know, some laws are restricted to the geographical region that the country, geographical region that the company is in. Some laws extend across the boundaries of that geographical region. For example, child labor laws are or sometimes even discriminatory, anti-discriminatory laws are, again, you know, they are not confined to any particular geographical region. Employee health and safety laws in some cases are go above and beyond the region, the physical region, geographical region that the organization is operating in. So, there are some laws that are not restricted by geographical boundaries, and it has to it is the responsibility of the human resource manager to find out what is applicable where and implemented accordingly. Analyzing labor and employment issues that are common to all MNEs, such as problems with adaptation to labor relations and local cultural practices. Okay. So, it's very important to find out where things are going wrong, what problems come up, and see how common solutions can be drafted. Okay. Extraterritorial laws are factors, you know, in the case of extraterritorial laws, the factors that govern the extent to which two operations are determined to be integrated are: the first one is interrelationship of the operations in different countries in a multinational enterprise. The other is the common management, on what levels are you interdependent on each other. The other one is common management, on what level are, you know, what are the policies of the organization that are common to both the offices of the organization in different countries. Centralized control of labor relations is another one. So, where, how do you govern the labor relations, where do you decide whether the union should be accepted as a part of the organization, and where unionization should be avoided, how do you gauge the pulse of the employees, etc. Common ownership or financial control, how does the money get distributed, where do you spend, where do you think you are making profits, in what terms, the currency of the host country and the parent country will, you know, how do you align these things change on a daily basis, and laws govern these things. Okay. Application of national law to local foreign owned enterprises, you have comparative law, we could have laws for immigration and visas. So, visa is visitors' intention to stay abroad, which is the permission that the host country gives to the parent country nationals to come and work in that country. So, you have to justify, and then they say, okay, you can work in this country for these many months or years or whatever. Immigration is movement with bag and baggage to a different country. Comparative law, data privacy and protection, again foreign owned enterprises, it is very important to protect the data of the employees in any organization, and the laws governing data privacy are different, they vary from country to country. Anti-discrimination laws, like I told you. Termination and reduction in workforce, in some countries the laws will be very clear on when you can terminate your workforce and what action can employees take if they feel they have been treated unfairly. In other countries this will not be as clear, so one has to be very careful. Now, this can happen in three situations: either the business closes down or the workplace closes down. Business closing down means your business is dead, you are winding up operations, you just have to let go of your employees. Or the workplace, the building that you worked in is no longer safe or has to be you know, it was rented and somebody needs it back, or it's not safe anymore. So, you know, your physical location is closing down. Or diminishing economic need for the work, you've got more technology to deal, you've automatized many of your operations and you don't need that many people anymore. So, you need to terminate some of your employees, you need to reduce your workforce, but how do you do that will be governed, how you do that will be governed by the local laws in that region, and that is something that the human resource manager is responsible for finding out and adhering to. Intellectual property, big thing, that's one of my pet peeves. You must always acknowledge the contribution of another person. A person who has created a piece of knowledge should always be given due credit for it. Now, how intellectual property is protected in different parts of the world, you know, it varies from country to country. The laws governing this are different from country to country. You must have seen that in all of my slides I have a little you know, I always give the reference of the sources here. Now, this is very, very important. This is not something that I have come up with my you know, on my own. This is not something that I have had an insight about. I have taken this information from a book written by Briscoe, Schuler and Klaus. I have already shown you that book. So, I am acknowledging the work that these authors have done and I am giving them due credit for it. This is called protection of intellectual property. At all costs must the employees of the organization protect the or give due credit to anyone who has created some piece of knowledge that they end up using. It is absolutely essential. Various organizations, various associations governing international labor relations are, you could have unionization on an international level. It does not have to be local. You have frontline employees in different factories of the same company in different places. So, these people could get together online, they could find a way of getting together and working. So, or unionizing or collecting together and having a common voice, and that international union membership is one big concern for any international human resources manager. Evolution of international labor relations and organizations, various organizations looking after the international labor relations are, one is the World Federation of Trade Unions, International Confederation of Free Trade Unions, International Trade Union Confederation, European Trade Union Confederation, World Confederation of Labor, Trade Union Advisory Committee of the OECD, Global Union Federations, etc. So, various organizations that allow for unionization internationally. In practical terms, unions view multinational enterprises as being able to locate work in countries with lower social protections and lower wages and benefits, staying away from countries with stronger unions and stronger protections and higher wages and benefits. Now, the unions, the international unions feel that multinational enterprises deliberately look for work in countries where the wage rates are low and they do not like it. Okay, this is their perception. They feel that the multinational companies are multinational because they are trying to suck the maximum benefit out of the minimum amount of effort. That is the key to profit making. But they feel that this is unfair for them because they go to countries where there are lower social protections. They force workers in one country faced by competition from workers in other countries to bid down their wages and benefits to keep their jobs. Unions, multinational unions in these multinational enterprises seem to feel that organizations, multinational enterprises threaten them either blatantly or very subtly in terms of telling them that, you know, if you do not do this for a lower wage, I will go and set up an office in a country where the wage rates are much lower and get the labor from there. So, if somebody tells you that and you need the job, what will you say? You will say, okay, I will keep the job, I will work for a lower wage, as opposed to exercising your union power and saying, no, my minimum wage has to be this much and if you do not give it to me, I will quit. You can't say that when the organization has an option of setting up an office in a country where the cost will be much less. So, that is what unions seem to feel. Unions also feel that MNEs, multinational enterprises, take advantage of differences in legally mandated benefits for workers by restructuring the operations in countries where the costs of workforce adjustments are the lowest and thus force excessive dislocation burdens on workers in these low benefit countries. They feel that employees feel that they are forced to relocate to places where the cost of living is much lower, so they are paid lower salaries, and they feel that you know, they'll build that stipulation into their contract and say transfers are inevitable, and they'll put these people there, and then, you know, the house rent allowance will go down, and so people seem to feel cheated. Outlast workers in the event of a labor dispute in one country because cash flows and the ability to maintain business are at least partially maintained by operations in countries where there are no disputes. So, unions also feel that multinational enterprises seem to look for places where people are not very keen on fighting the management. They accept whatever the management gives them, and there's a lot of the cash flow is higher from these places, so the companies can afford lockdowns and strikes. They don't have to give in to the demands of the union. So these are some of the challenges that HR managers in multinational enterprises have to deal with. Obstacles to multinational bargaining: when you are a part of a multinational enterprise union, there are some obstacles that one can come across on both sides if you are an international HR manager or a union member. Diverse industrial relations laws and practices in different countries will govern how you they could govern how you bargain, at what level you bargain, what is mandatory, what is legal, what is illegal, etc. Lack of any central international authority for labor relations or global labor law. So, if you don't have any internationally governed labor law, then people feel that one side or another could end up taking advantage of the more vulnerable side. Major economic and cultural differences among different countries is another issue. Employer opposition is another issue. So, union reluctance at the national level, because the national leadership often fears that multinational bargaining will transfer power from them to an international leadership. So, various issues that people feel can hamper their bargaining power. So, they feel that the employer could oppose their bargaining. They also feel that the union may be reluctant at the national level, because if at the national level they revolt, they say something, the multinational authority, the multinational leader may reject them, because it's not the issue that may be important at the national level may not be as important at the multinational level. Okay. Absence of a centralized decision making authority for unions, lack of coordination of activities by unions across national boundaries, multinational unions. Again, how do you manage these operations? How do you convince people in different countries that some issues may be important for you? Differing national priorities is another one. How, you know, your personal needs, how you prioritize whatever is important for you may not be acceptable to people in another country. Employee unwillingness to subordinate local concerns to the concerns of workers in other countries. So, they don't want to, I mean, again, you know, this is just same point repeated in several subtle ways, and that is that we don't want people in another, we feel that whatever we are saying is more important than the concerns of people in another country. So, we tend to prioritize our needs ahead of the common needs, and that can create problems, and that can be a drawback in, or that can pull back our or cut down on our international bargaining power as international unions. Questions to be addressed during global collaborations. When we collaborate, some questions that we need to address are: what rules will apply to the resolution of disputes? What rules, how will disputes be resolved? What will happen? Which laws will apply? Will the laws of the host country apply? Will the laws of the parent country apply? What rules will apply to the process of negotiations? That is another one. What law will cover the negotiations? For example, between companies in 2 or more countries, which law will cover the negotiations? That is another question to be addressed during global collaboration. So, which law will take precedence? Which rules will take precedence? Okay. Multinational enterprise and labor relations, some approaches. We have the various ways of approaching labor relations in multinational organizations. We have the hands-off approach, where the local managers handle everything. The central administration says we don't want to have anything to do with it. Then the other approach could be one step further, one step towards a collaboration would be monitoring. Local managers handle everything but report to senior management who keep a tab on things. So, the senior management says, okay, we want to know what is going on. Hands-off approach is you deal with your problems, don't tell us, figure it out, you know, if something falls apart, we'll deal with it. But as far as possible, just deal with your problems and be done with it. Monitoring means you deal with your problems, but just keep us in the loop. So if we feel that something is not going right, we can intervene. We won't, but we will. We'd like to know what is going on. Guide and advise. So slightly more engagement from the parent company, from the centralized from the core administration, from the headquarters. Guide and advise. Constant advice from central management to local management. They know what is going on and they constantly intervene as and when required. Strategic planning is another one. Global strategy governs local operations and management. The global strategy decides whether the global strategy decides or impacts the local operations and management. So the rules are decided at the central level and the strategy is decided at the central level and it is applied at the local level. Set limits and approve exceptions. Here very limited freedom is given to the local managers. Exceptions need to be approved by headquarters. So that is another one. So you know, as you can see that each of these stages takes the talks more and more about the engagement of the main administration of the organization. Managing totally from headquarters, then headquarters say you just do what we tell you to do, you don't take any decision on your own. Integration of headquarters, international human resources and line management in the field. Global strategy works hand in hand with the local management. So the head office, the central headquarters say that you know, you just do whatever we are telling you, we'll take your interests into account, we will decide everything and you just sort of, you know, go along with whatever we are telling you. Managing totally from headquarters is slightly more aloof. They say, okay, we'll tell you what to do, we don't care what's going on at the grassroots level. But when we talk about integration, we are talking about the central headquarters or the headquarters in the parent company taking care of the local needs and integrating them with the policies that they have decided. Issues of concern to local union environments. The first is existing trade unions, what is already there. Then the level of organization is another one. How these local union environments are organized. Focus, breadth, what is the focus, how wide is the focus, affiliations of people, types of workers, union density, how many people are there in the union, focus of labor relations, negotiation partners, you know, who are you negotiating with, etc. Employers associations, you could have employers associations also, not only the frontline workers, but the employers could get together and form a confederation and say, in this industry this is the way we'll do it. So operation method, how do you carry out your operations. Issues typically covered by union agreements are of concern to the local union environments. Binding force of union agreements could vary from country to country. Strikes and industrial action, what is the industrial action, what is the action that organizations take in order to deal with the strike. So what kind of laws govern the action that organizations can take to deal with any strikes that may happen in their organization, and union free kind of situation in the organization, that could also vary from country to country and place to place. Okay. International labor relations, you could have works councils. Works councils are made up of elected representatives of the firm's workforce. They have the right to receive information and consultation relative to many decisions a firm makes. So this is not a union, this is a slightly more it's a smaller kind of collection of the employees of the organization, and it's made up of elected representatives within the firm's workforce, and they have a right to get all the information, and they have a right to to contribute to the firm's decision making. Co-determination is another way of establishing international labor relations. It's a legal requirement in which employees are represented on supervisory boards or boards of directors and participate in major decisions, strategic decisions taken by the organization, and the agreement of the employee representatives is required. Some systems of co-decision making is, one is the dual system, where the supervisory board consists of 1/3 employees and supervises the board of directors. The single tier system, only one board of directors and employees have one or two, there is only one board of directors and the only one or two representatives of the employees are there. There is a mixed system with obligatory participation of employees, but only an advisory role. They can only say what can and cannot be done and should not be done, and their opinions may be taken, may not be taken. So, they do not really have a say in the decision making, but then they may. So, that is why it is called a system of co-decisions. Litigation risks in global relations, global labor relations are another issue that organizations deal with from time to time. Development of strategic global industrial relations policy is another issue that people dealing with international, the human resource managers dealing with labor relations issues deal with. So, how do you come up with an industrial relations policy that is acceptable to employees all over the world or in different parts of the world? What is acceptable to one may not be acceptable to another. Okay. International framework of ethics, we talked about absolutism and we talked about relativism in one of the previous lectures. So, that can also be determined by, it varies from culture to culture, country to country, and if an ethically absolutist culture, a company that has an ethically absolutist culture finds itself in an environment where ethical relativism is prioritized over absolutism, then it can be, there can be conflicts, and vice versa. Bribery and corruption is another thing that people have to deal with. Some countries consider bribery to be an acceptable business practice. Again, this is from the book, so I am guessing it is okay. Mexico, it is not bribery, it is given, there are lots of words given to it. In government offices, bribery is an offense in most countries, but here again, Mexico, it is called La Mordida, South Africa it is called Dash. I hope I am pronouncing these terms right. Middle East, India and Pakistan, you say bakshish. It is not accepted. It is not, the book says it is an acceptable business practice. In India, bribery is not accepted, but it happens. You know, let us admit it. It happens, you know, in private organizations. I do not think there is any law that governs the that classifies any money that exchanges hands, you know, without documentation as illegal. I am not very sure of this. Anyway, so it is called bakshish. In Germany, Schimmengeld. In Italy, bustarella. So, various names that have been given to this. The laws governing, the laws in that country will determine how much and when this is considered illegal. But a bribe is a bribe. A bribe is a promise that I am giving you this money, please do this for me in return, and a bribe should be avoided at all costs. Okay. So, we will stop here and we will talk about challenges to international HRM in the next lecture. Thank you very much.